3 ways to shut down the narcissist. In this video, I'm going to go through all 3 ways and why they work and how they work. Watch this video. Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, click the little subscribe button and the bell to receive notifications when I release new videos. And if you've been with me for a while, thank you so much and welcome back. For those of you who are new here, I'm Candace. I've been working as a spiritual coach for the last 12 years. I run an amazing online community called The Truth Room with 3 different levels where we have live calls, we have tons of curriculum, we have all my online courses and weekly and monthly mini courses as well. Right now, this week, it is 50% off, so check that out if you're interested. I also do one-on-one coaching, and I do my very popular Inner Work 8 weeks with me live, diving into all these topics. So let's dive into this topic. So there are 3 ways I have been teaching for a long time about shutting down the narcissist. When clients come to me and they're like, I don't know how to get my power back. I don't know how to say no in a way where they won't react. All the things that we deal with narcissistic partners or parents. And this is what we have to know. The first thing, the hardest thing, but the most empowering thing is to become emotionally neutral. I always say, keep your emotional autonomy. This is very difficult when you're in the throes of it and you're not aware of what you're dealing with. But when you start to become aware of what you're dealing with, because you've done enough studying on it, you've been in therapy, you've been coaching, you've been watching videos, you start to realize the patterns that are going on within this relationship dynamic and the patterns that go on that you actually sort of try to mesh yourself into to, in a way, control the reaction from them. And this is what I want you to do instead. I want you to become very emotionally neutral. What that means is when they're starting to do their thing, you just don't really have a reaction, or you don't do the thing that you think you need to do to keep them happy. This is going to be an inner experience for you. You're going to have some fear come up. You're going to have some doubt come up. You're going to be afraid of how their reaction makes you feel. But what I want you to know is that the way that we shift ourselves out of worrying about the reaction or the old people-pleasing mechanisms is to stay true to the neutrality of our emotional state. That is how you keep your emotional power. An example is if they are mad at you because you're going out with a friend, you're like, oh, I'm sorry you feel that way. Many of you are going to be like, I can't do that. I understand. Practice before you do it. I'm sorry you feel that way. Or, oh, why is it that you're upset that I'm going out with XYZ? This is my time. I really need a little break. Or, I'm sorry you feel that way. I'll see you when I get back. It is not your job to make them feel emotionally regulated. It is not your job to make them okay with things that should be okay. So your first step is emotional neutrality. It's massive. The other thing that helps, number 2, when they are having an argument with you, or they're trying to make you see something a certain way that you actually don't agree with, what you have to say is, I don't see it that way. I know many of you are like, I can't say that. Or even if I say that, he does this or she does that. It doesn't matter what they do. It's saying, I just don't see it that way. And when he starts telling you or she starts telling you all the things you're doing wrong or how you're misperceiving, you say, interesting, thanks for sharing that. Yeah, I don't see it that way. Holding true to your perception. So number 1, emotionally neutral. Number 2, holding on to your perception, right? The other thing that people are afraid to do is say no. When they need you for something or they constantly need you to be there to fit their narrative, you have to say, I have other plans. I was going to do something different today. You have to start to get more comfortable with dislodging yourself from their plan, from everything needing to be about their world. You need to understand you're an extension of their reality. You are there to suit them, for their supply, for their confidence, for their ability to feel in power, in control. When you have a different opinion, you say, I can't do that. I'm doing something else. Or if you go back one and say, I don't see it that way, this is a trigger for them. And you are so busy in this relationship minding their triggers that you are not even having your own autonomy. So really think about implementing these things. No, I have other plans. I don't see it that way. And I'm neutral. I want to hear in the comments below what comes up for you when I suggest one of these three things. Are you afraid? Are you worried it won't work? Are you worried that they'll gaslight you more? Are you worried that they'll get more aggressive? These are all things to look at, because what you forget is these behaviors are not right. They are wrong behaviors. No one should be in a relationship where they have to put up with someone's chaotic emotional system. It is not for you to regulate them. They are a grown adult, and it is not your fault that they're dysregulated. You are actually the medication for them to be regulated and to feel confident. It's hard for you to believe that, because as you're with a narcissist over time, you start to lose your confidence and lose yourself and self-doubt and perception check yourself. But these three keys will help you get back on track. So what are they again? You're going to stay emotionally neutral. You're going to not see it the way they see it, and you're going to say, no, I have other plans. I need you all to try this. I want to hear from you in the comments what you think about this. Also, don't forget about my 50% off membership. It is ending March 7th, so you got some time. If you have any questions about anything, just DM me. I love to hear from you guys, and have a great week.